I am trying to do 2 videos at the same time. So I'm doing Facebook Live and I'm doing Instagram. Hi, Eclectic Realtor. Thank you for joining. As I just said, hi, thank you for joining. Thanks. I am going to talk about doing marketing even when you don't feel like it. So if you just missed what I just said, I am doing a Facebook Live video and I'm doing Instagram. I'm trying to do 2 things at the same time. So if I'm not looking at you, don't take it personal. I'm just trying to multitask. Okay, so it is Marketing Monday. And hey, Barbara, how you doing? Thanks for joining, Barbara. I'm talking about marketing when you don't feel like it. And some tips on how you can get marketing done that doesn't always feel like marketing, but you really want to get some things accomplished. And it may be a day like it was in Atlanta today where, it's rainy and you just don't feel like doing a lot, but you know that you got to get some marketing done. So marketing is so critical. If you're a business owner, a brand owner, a leader, hey, thank you. You can't ignore marketing because it is the momentum, it is the engine to your business, right? You can't put marketing off to the side. You have to do it every week. And so again, I'm just going to share a few quick tips. If marketing is not like your second language, if it's not something that you do all the time. For those of you who are joining me, I am doing a Facebook Live and an Instagram Live. So if I'm not looking at you, it's because I'm looking at the other camera. So really quickly, because I know we're all busy, we all got stuff going on, some things that you can do to still get marketing done and not feel like you're doing a lot of marketing, okay? So number 1 is really simple. Write down your goals, okay? So, and when I say write down your goals, I'm not saying they have to be these huge, aspirational, I want to conquer the world, I want to have 1,000 followers, I want to do all this. I'm saying, what is it that I have to get done this week? I need to send this email, I need to call this vendor, I need to order this, I need to do this. Write down those simple goals that you have to get done. That will clear your head and just get stuff out so that you can focus your energy on things that more creative things and more strategic things. Sometimes we can't get to strategic things and creative things and next level stuff. Yes, realistic goals. Thank you. We can't get to that stuff because we're so bombarded with the little things that we still haven't done. So writing that out and dumping that all out helps you to move on to things more strategic. And it just also helps you to just keep your eye on the ball, because a lot of times the reason why we can't get from A to B is because we haven't made the phone call, or we haven't emailed the person that we need to email. So write down your goals, little goals, big goals. What are the goals for the week that you have to get done? Remember, we are talking about Marketing Mondays and how to get things done, marketing things done when you don't feel like it, because that's real. A lot of times we just don't feel like it, but we got to get marketing done. Number 2 is, I do this all the time. I mean, I'm talking all the time. And I'm sorry, I am a very productive person. I get a lot of stuff done, and this is one of my tricks. I use a timer all the time. So I will use a timer on my phone or on my desk, wherever, for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I just say, I am going to write for 15 minutes. I'm going to do this blog for 15 minutes. I'm going to send emails for 10 minutes. Whatever it is. Thanks, Barbara. I time myself, and I just say, whatever comes out in 15 minutes, that's it. I may not say this blog is complete, but I will at least feel like I progressed. I made my way down this road. So use timers, especially when I don't have a lot of time and I don't really feel like doing it. You can do anything for 5 minutes. Okay, just put that in your mind. I can do anything for 5 or 10 minutes. So when you don't feel like doing marketing, when you don't feel like doing the blog, when you don't feel like making those phone calls or emailing someone, or sometimes I hate emails, to be honest. It's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe because on my 9 to 5, I deal with a lot of emails. So sometimes I just say 10 minutes, I'm just going to go through my emails real quick. So set the timer. I use it all the time. Number 3 is a lot of times, okay, this is the thing. For those of you who are not like great with marketing or know a lot about marketing, sometimes we think marketing is just advertising or social media or a logo or colors or something like that. But marketing is also just showing your expertise, right? So you, whatever industry you're in, whatever your business is in, you have to show yourself as an authority. You're always building credibility. So even when you don't feel like doing a lot that day or that week, like I just don't have it in me, what you always need to be doing is finding either an article or a quote that you can either post or forward on or something. Because again, that is marketing. That is building your credibility. So when you just are like, I don't have it in me to do a lot of marketing, but what I can do is, I got that favorite quote of mine from my favorite industry leader in my business, and I am going to post that today. Trust me, you do that enough times, that is marketing. That is showing expertise. It's establishing your credibility in the industry. So quotes is just a very easy, subtle way to market and to build credibility. Hi, Felicia. Thank you for joining me on Facebook. So favorite quotes, that's a number 3, easy, quick, fast ways to market yourself. I'm just going to review a couple things for people who are just now joining. Always write out your goals, small goals, little goals. Just things to get it out of your head so you can move on to strategic things. Number 2, set a timer. I don't care how much time you give yourself just to do the things you just don't feel like doing, but you know you got to do it, okay? And then number 3, always say favorite quotes. Always have quotes stashed somewhere so when you don't know what to talk about on social media that day, you have a quote you can pull from and put it out there. Number 3 is nurturing. Again, a lot of times people think marketing is just about social media and stuff like that. But nurturing is marketing. So how are you nurturing your current contacts, your clients, your prospective clients? How are you building relationships with them? So part of your I don't feel like doing anything week is just send out a couple of emails to, maybe you can just say, hey, I'm going to follow up with 2 people that I know are interested in my business or interested in my brand. I'm just going to reach out to them, not try to sell something, not try to make some big pitch or anything like that. I'm just going to say, hey, just checking on you. How are you doing? Okay? I'm telling you, that is marketing. That's marketing. So don't get so caught up. Hey, Kristen, thanks for joining. Don't get so caught up on the big marketing campaigns and making a big splash all the time and being outwardly seen all the time. Because marketing is also about just nurturing the people in your sphere of influence, okay? Nurturing people that need to follow you, that may be a potential client, that are already clients of yours, and you're building relationships. So remember, marketing is a big part of marketing is obviously building relationships. So number 4, the 4th thing that you can do when you just don't feel like doing marketing, especially on a rainy Monday afternoon or rainy Monday morning. I think I did 4. So write out your goals, little goals, big goals, whatever it is, dump it out of your head. Number 2, set a timer, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10, 15, whatever it is, and do some work. Things you don't feel like doing. Number 3, always have quotes that you want to use that you can share, because that is building your credibility in your industry and just reminding people what you're about. Number 4, nurture, build relationships, follow up with people. Just ask how they're doing. How's your week? What you got going on? Don't try to sell anything. So number 5 is study the competition. So again, it may be a week where I don't feel like doing a lot, I don't feel like saying a lot, but it is important that you study the competition. Whatever industry you're in, whatever your business is, whatever your brand is, there is someone who is your competition. And competition doesn't have to be like an ugly word or a bad thing or someone that you hate or anything like that. But all of us have competition. And if you're in business and you don't realize that you do, then you're probably not doing something right. Because competition, for those of you who took economics, it makes the world go round. That's why we have an Exxon and a Texaco right next to each other on the same block, because that is what makes money. You need competition. So make sure you know who your competition is, and you check on them sometimes. You may, again, a week you don't feel like doing a lot, but you're going to check and see what your competition is doing. What do they have, new products or new initiatives coming out? Yes, Dunkin' Donuts too, right? Do they have new products, initiatives coming out? Where are they ranking when you Google them? Are they on that first page, second page, third page? What is going on with your competition? Because that, I guarantee, will help you spark some ideas of what you need to be doing next. And it's not about stealing ideas, but that is how strategy comes about. That's how creativity comes about, is we see things and it spurs another thought and another idea and things that we want to add to it or make another twist to it. So don't underestimate the power of knowing your competition. So weeks that you don't feel like doing a lot of marketing, you're tired, you just don't have it in you, researching your competition is part of your marketing strategy, okay? And I'm just going to use one last thing, and then I'm going to review real quickly. Number 6, I believe is 6, is do some social listening. So social listening is when so if you've never read my article on the power of hashtags, I love hashtags. If anybody looks at my social media, you will know I love hashtags. So the power of hashtags, they're very powerful because what it does is gather people who are all looking or thinking about whatever that hashtag says. So I know sometimes we like to come up with these cute, sassy hashtags, which is fine, but you need to couple it with something that's relatively common, because nobody is searching for, diva on the run, hashtag diva on the run. They might be searching for hairstyles in Atlanta or something very common, right? So make sure, hey there, sipping socialites, Hue Society. So make sure that you use hashtags appropriately. So when I say number 6, social listening, that means take a hashtag of something in your industry. So like if I'm using myself as an example, I may do hashtag branding or hashtag content marketing on Twitter or on Instagram. Facebook is not very good with social listening, so they haven't mastered that yet. So when I do that, I'm going to see all these articles and all these conversations and all these things that people are sharing about the topic that is dear to my heart. And so when I'm doing that, I'm doing research. I'm seeing, what are people talking about? What are people sharing? What are people liking? Because whatever that is, you need to jump on it. I know sometimes we want to be the first out of the gate and we want to come up with a new and exciting idea, but just as I mentioned in my previous point, there's power in knowing your competition. There's power in knowing what other people are doing and jumping on that momentum, because you'll have something different to add to it, or you might have another new idea to take it a little further. So when you don't feel like doing a lot of marketing that week, social listening is another way to do some marketing. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to recap real quick. And again, my topic is, and for those of you who just joined, the reason why I'm looking back and forth is because I'm doing Facebook Live and I'm doing Instagram. But 6 things to do when you don't feel like doing marketing. Today is a rainy Monday in Atlanta. And sometimes we wake up and we're like, yeah, I know I have a business. I know I have a brand. I know I got stuff going on, but I don't feel like marketing today. I just don't feel like doing anything. But marketing on Mondays is powerful because it sets the tone for your week. It gets you jump started. If you don't start your Mondays off well, unfortunately, that could kind of mess up the rest of your week. So I'm going to give you, again, recap 6 ways on how you can have a powerful marketing week and how you can do marketing without really doing marketing. Like, it's, we think marketing is, all this social media and these campaigns and things, but there's other types of marketing that we could be doing to build our business and our brand. So real quick, again, write out your goals. And as I said, it doesn't have to be these big, audacious goals like I want 10,000 followers by the end of the month, and I want a whole newsletter done in 2 days. No. Part of the goal could be, I need to find a topic on my next newsletter. I need to call this vendor. I need to decide on this. I need to, just the little things that are clogging your brain, that are keeping you from thinking creatively and strategically. Write it out. All of it, little, big, dump it out. Number 2, set a timer. I do this all the time. It helps me be extremely productive. Set a timer on especially the things that you just don't feel like doing. Just say 5 minutes, I'm going to answer emails. 10 minutes, I'm going to start on this blog. 15 minutes, I'm going to be on social media. Whatever it is. And sometimes it's even phone calls. Like if you have client calls or calls that you need to make, calls can be a time suck when you have a lot to do. So you can say, you know what, I'm only going to spend 15 minutes on returning these calls because I got other stuff to do, or I'm just not into it, but I got to get something done. Hey, Natasha. So set a timer. And number 3 is nurture. Nurture your relationships. So nurturing and building relationships is huge in marketing. If you're not doing it, you are missing the boat. So that means when I say nurture, and actually I think I skipped one, but I'm going to come back to it. That means you could have a week or a day where you're like, again, I don't feel like doing a lot of marketing, but I can just check in on somebody. I can just say, hey, how are you? Just checking in to see how you're doing, okay? That is marketing. That's building relationships. It could be, and again, it could be just meeting somebody for lunch. And you don't even have to talk about a lot of business or anything, but you are building the relationship. So number 3 is, and I switched some things around, so actually it's 4, favorite quotes. So I love quotes already. And I always keep kind of a library of favorite quotes as it relates to marketing and branding and all those kind of things. Because when you share quotes, when you share content of any kind, it is building credibility. It is building your authority in your industry. So those weeks, those days where you don't feel like thinking a lot and you don't feel like doing a lot of marketing, you can pull from your library of quotes, pull from your library of articles, and just share it. Okay? Because again, that is a way to build your credibility, build your marketing. So, let's see. I'm on number 5 real quick. This is recapping, is study the competition. Competition is not a bad word, okay? We all need competition in our businesses. Hey, Monica. We all need competitions in our businesses. So study the competition. And don't be afraid to really figure out what the competition is doing. That it's not like biting off of them. It's not stealing anything. Hey, Felicia. It is knowing your competition, knowing what they're doing, knowing where you need to improve, getting ideas on where you want to step up your game. Okay. So again, those days, those weeks, those times when I don't feel like doing marketing, I can just sit there on the internet and research the competition, okay? Because that is doing some marketing. That is doing some research. That's sparking your ideas and figuring out what my next steps and my next moves need to be. And number 6, my final point on things you can do when you don't feel like marketing is social listening. So again, I love hashtags. If you're not using hashtags, you really need to be. I'm not saying you have to use as many as I use, but hashtags are powerful because if you're trying to be found, you need to use hashtags. And don't use all the cute, creative hashtags all the time. You can use those, but make sure you use common hashtags that people who would be trying to find you would search. Okay, so back to social listening. So when I'm doing social listening, I want to find out what is it that people are talking about in marketing right now. What's the latest thing? So I will search hashtag marketing. either on Twitter or Instagram. And what will pull up are the latest and most popular conversations in marketing and branding. And I'm looking for trends. I'm looking for what are people talking about? What's new going on? Because again, it's similar to competition. It gets my wheels going. It makes me think of what should my next article be about? What should my newsletter be about? What information can I share with someone else? So that is important. So you need to be knowing your competition, and you need to be doing social listening. And going back to when I said checking in with people and building relationships is part of your marketing. So when you don't feel like doing some, big rollout campaign or anything, you just want to send out emails, a couple of emails that day. Another great thing to do, and I may have mentioned this very quickly, but you have a library of articles that you love that are helpful to people. So those days, again, those weeks where you don't feel like doing a lot, just forward articles to people that you want to just deposit into, that you want to show value to, that you want to continue to build the relationship and for them to realize and know, wow, she knows what she's talking about, okay? So that's, again, another way of building relationships. Forwarding articles, forwarding anything. Thank you, Felicia. I'm supposed to be being serious. Don't get me off track. Forwarding information is really helpful and powerful and helps build relationships. You're always thinking, if you are a brand owner, a business owner, a leader, you should always be thinking about how can I make someone's life easier. So I don't care what you're selling, what your industry is, your goal should be, how can I make their lives easier? Whether it's through business or a professional, personal, branding, thing that they're doing, whatever it is, think about your business, think about your brand, think about what you're leading, and ultimately it should be adding value to someone's life. Whether it's helping them to relax. I mean, your brand could be something, more on the fun side. Doesn't have to be all deep and serious, but it should be adding value in some type of way. And if you're not clear on how your brand adds value, you need to go back to the drawing board, or you need to come to me because I can help you figure that out. Oh, good. I'm glad this is helping you, Felicia. Good. I saw that you sent me your bio. So good. I'm glad you're working on your stuff. So, and thank you, Felicia, on Facebook. And I'm glad this was simple for you and this is helpful to you. So thank you all. I just wanted to do this because honestly, I sympathize with you all. Sometimes I'm talking about marketing to people and I can see their eyes glaze over and they're like, oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to start with this. I hate marketing. I get it. I just wanted to let you all know that there are just so many simple ways where you can just keep the ball moving. And that's all I ask for you all to do. Don't try to change the world or change your business in a month. All you have to do is keep the ball moving, keep the momentum moving. And so these little tricks can just keep you moving towards your goals until, the right time or until things open up for you. Okay? So thank you, Natasha. Thank you for joining. All right, I'm just going to end here, and I have some things because trust me, I don't feel like doing marketing today. So I need to take these notes and do a few things. My body is still recovering from Spain, and I'm tired. But I'm going to set my timer, and I'm going to do a few things tonight. So anyway, hey, Sharon, I didn't see you in there. Thanks for joining, and I'm glad you needed this, and I hope it was very helpful. All right, keep the ball moving, you guys. Have a great Monday night. Do at least one marketing thing tonight, okay? One. Maybe an email, research some competition, write up your goals for the rest of the week. How about that? Little stuff. Hey there, Dolphus Drain. Hey, Kristen. All right, thank you, guys. I'm logging off now. Sorry if you just joined. You can watch the replay. All right, have a good one. right. Sorry, I'm logging off now. Here we go.